The A's didn't spend, they positioned. We're going to get into the details of the Tyler Soderstrom extension, his contract, and what it says. Today on Locked On A's.
You are Locked On A's, your daily podcast on the Athletics, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On A's, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, now the #1 sports podcast network in the country. What is up, everybody? My name is Booney, one name, all passion, no sugarcoating, and I am your host today. I'm a lifelong A's fan who has spent the past season covering the A's every single day, with post-game breakdowns, prospect deep dives, roster decisions, and all the chaos in between. And in the offseason, yes, you bet, we are still covering the A's every single day. And as you know, I don't show up with corporate talking points or highlight real cliches. I show up with honesty, edge, and the perspective of someone who refuses to let this team be treated like an afterthought. If you want blind optimism, look elsewhere. If you want truth, fire, and a voice that actually cares, welcome to Locked On A's, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. We are your team, your A's, every single day. And honestly, guys, I would not be doing this if it wasn't for you right along with me here today. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. The wild card round is here, and FanDuel is officially in playoff mode. So visit FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL, and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game. Today on Locked On A's, we open by breaking down the actual details of the Tyler Soderstrom contract and why the structure matters more than the headline number. In the first segment is about clarity, how the deal is built, where the flexibility lives, and why this extension looks like nothing the A's have done with contracts in the past. It sets the tone for the entire conversation. This was a deliberate, forward-thinking move that immediately reshapes how the front office can plan the roster and payroll. Segment 2 pulls the camera back and adds context. We compare Soderstrom's deal to the Roman Anthony contract, then line it up against what previously I projected for Tyler Soderstrom and what that means for upcoming extensions, hopefully for Nick Kurtz and Jacob Wilson. This is where patterns merge and expectations get reset. Finally, we look ahead. Does this contract free up money or other signings, extensions, or does it simply give the A's leverage and patience? We close by connecting the dots between the flexibility, timing, and intent. Because once the details dropped, the next move became the real story. How is everyone doing today? Listen, so here's what we got. I am going to put on the bottom the details, scrolling across the bottom for everybody who wants to see it. I will read it out for the individuals on audio first. Before I show that, I want to go through the actual details of the Soderstrom deal. 2026, $4 million, which includes a $3 million signing bonus. 2027, $6 million. 2028, $10 million. 2029, $12 million. 2030, $16 million. 2031, $17 million. 2032, $19 million. A team option for 2033 in the amount of $27 million. You may be asking yourself, hey, Booney, that's $84 million. What are you talking about? Well, 2033 includes a $2 million buyout if the team does not pick up the option. Now, let's get into the other details with regard to the contract, and that's what everybody talks about, but no one really talks about at the same time. Incentives. And for those of you on audio, I am going to read it out directly. And those of you who are watching can see it scroll along the bottom of the screen. All right. Soderstrom's contract, 7 years, $86 million, club option for 2033. This is the largest guarantee in franchise history. And the deal can escalate up to $131 million. The signing bonus, $3 million, is paid in installments. January 25th, January 25, 27, and 28. We just went through the base salaries. There is a $2 million buyout for 2033. MVP-based escalators. The extension includes performance escalators tied to Soderstrom's finishes in AL MVP voting during specific years. Let me explain that. If Soderstrom finishes among the AL MVP top 10 in any season from 2029 through 2031, his 2032 salary can increase. A first to third place finish adds $2 million per year. A fourth to 10th place finish adds $1 million. The 2033 option escalator. His 2033 club option can climb based on AL MVP voting from 2026 through 2032. A first to fifth place finish in any of those years adds $2 million to the option. A 6th to 10th place finish adds $1 million. These escalators are based on MVP voting results as reported by the Associated Press and would kick in after the relevant seasons are completed. Now, award bonuses and other incentives in addition to MVP vote escalators. Soderstrom's contract guarantees bonus payments for major awards and honors. If he wins the AL MVP, $100,000 bonus for winning MVP, $75,000 for second place, $50,000 for third place. That is on top of the other escalators for the 2032 and 2033 years, depending on when he places or gets those type of MVP votes. Silver Slugger or World Series MVP, $100,000 each. League Championship Series MVP, $75,000. All-Star selection, $50,000 for each All-Star team. Gold Glove Award, $50,000 for each Gold Glove Award. So, for example, if Soderstrom wins an MVP in any season covered by the deal, he earns $100,000. If he makes an All-Star team or wins a Gold Glove in a given year, he gets $50,000 for that. So, here's another interesting provision that I read. Soderstrom will receive a hotel suite for road games starting in 2029. And he gets a limited no trade clause in 2032 and 2033. So a couple interesting things right there. Kenny Fubar. Good morning, brother. How are you, man? So that's the details on the Soderstrom extension. Up next, what I want to do is I want to compare it to the Roman Anthony contract. I made a prediction a month ago as far as what Soderstrom, Kurtz, and Wilson would get, how their contracts would align. How close was I? Actually, I was pretty good. And we'll cover that up next. I'll see you guys in a minute. Hang tight. The wild card round is here, and FanDuel is officially in playoff mode. Every game day during the NFL playoffs, FanDuel is giving customers even more ways to get in on the action. Because right now, every NFL playoff game day, FanDuel users get a profit boost pack waiting for them inside the app. Each game day, you will see a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts you can apply to the bets you like most. Open your profit boost pack first thing on game day and see what boost you want to apply. The boost lets you lean into your game day instincts, whether you are backing momentum, defense, quarterback play, or coaching. The boost give you more juice on the bets you already like instead of forcing you to bet something new. Every play feels bigger, and the boosts make your bets feel that way too. You make your picks, then apply your profit boost to go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs get rolling. So visit FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL, and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Thank you for making Locked On A's your first listen of the day, and thank you for making Locked On the #1 sports podcast network in the country. If you haven't already, go check out our new Everydayer Club. You will get access to an ad-free audio feed for Locked On A's, compatible with Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and every other major podcast app. An invite to the members-only Locked On Everydayer Club Discord server, which includes a group chat just for listeners of this show. Go to lockedona's.supercast.com or tap the link in the show notes to learn more. What's up, everybody? Back at you, talking Tyler Soderstrom extension. If you are just joining us, on the bottom of the screen, scrolling, you will see the escalators with regard to Tyler Soderstrom's contract, what it will pay him for MVP finishes, all-star selections, gold glove, silver slugger, etc. On audio, I've already read that quite clearly. Now, going forward, I want to compare it to, first and foremost, and Timmy. I love the details. It shows both sides. Good morning. Good morning to you, my friend. I want to compare it to the Roman Anthony contract. And that's what I'm going to do right here. Roman Anthony's contract. Now, a couple things to keep in mind. That's important. Soderstrom received his contract going into his third year of arbitration, 2026. Pre-arb, big difference. Roman Anthony received it in his first year. The contracts are similar in different ways, right? Roman Anthony's 11, 19, 34, 53, 76. I'm just adding up in my head. 101, 130. 135 guaranteed, I believe. I'm not sure what his buyout is in 2034 if he has one. But it's also a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8-year contract. Soderstrom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a year longer. Similar numbers. $7 million in 2026. Roman Anthony received a $5 million signing bonus. 2027. $4 million versus Soderstrom, $6 million, 28, $8 million versus $10 million. And then Roman Anthony, after he hits his, after he clears his pre-arb year, it escalates quite tremendously. 2029, $15 million, 2030, $19 million, 2023, $23 million, and 32, $25 million, 33, $29 million, with a team option 34 for $30 million. It doesn't have quite the incentives Tyler Soderstrom's contract has, but you kind of see the similarities. Now, a couple months ago, earlier in the offseason, I made a prediction of what I thought Soderstrom's contract would look like. My predictions on the left. Soderstrom, the actual contract is on the right. I'm actually dead on, with the exception of years. I had the team option taking place in 2034. But if you were to add up the dollars, if you were to take out the extra year, my prediction was dead on. Here's what I mean. Soderstrom's contract was 7 years, $86 million. If you were to subtract 1 year from mine, let's say you take out 2027, because again, I predicted a year longer. Now, $5 million in 26, $5 million in 27, because I'm taking out 2027, 22, 39, 60, 84, 2033 would be his club option of $27 million. I had that exactly the same as his current contract. If you add the $2 million buyout, I had an identical prediction that was actually signed. Sorry. The only difference was I had 1 extra year. I had his team option happening in 2034. But again, if you were to take 1 year out, I was spot on. Given, obviously, year by year, I was a little off. For example, in 26, I had him making $5 million, where he's actually going to be making $4 million. In 28, it would go to, right? Because we're taking out 27. 28, I had him making $5 million. He's making $6 million. In 29, I had him making, that would be 28 because we're going up one. $12 million. He's making $12 million. Pretty close. I was pretty close on exactly what it is. The deal is tremendously backloaded, as you can tell. And what I also want to compare is what I predicted for Nick Kurtz, for Jacob Wilson, and what Tyler Soderstrom actually got. If you were to look at it again, I don't see the A's. I had the A's extending Wilson through 2033 with a club option for 2034. Given the Soderstrom contract, I don't see that happening. I see him extended through 2032 with a club option in 2033. The dollar amounts, I don't think Soderstrom's going to get as much as, I don't think Wilson will get as much as Soderstrom. And I think the reason Kurtz has not extended as of yet is I feel like the numbers I have on the left-hand side would get it done. What I have is for Kurtz, basically a $9 million signing bonus in 26, $5 million in 27, $9 million in 28, 16 in 29, 20 in 2030, $24 million in 2031, $32 million in 2032, $36 million in 2033, and a team option in 2034 for $40 million. I think that's the type of dollars the A's are going to need to get to when you're talking about Nick Kurtz. I think it's going to take that much to sign him. But that's what you're looking at. The next question is, does this open up money for the A's? What's up, Dirty? I never got to see the Oakland Coliseum in its prime. I'm only 15. I never saw it with more than 15,000 people. And we used to go to multiple games a year, and still sad about that. Yeah. Before they did Mount Davis, Dirty, the Coliseum was really, really an unbelievable ballpark. Gorgeous. It was a beautiful ballpark. Mount Davis ruined the whole thing. It was awful. That took place, I believe, in Mount Davis, in 98, was it? 99? Something to that. Did I go to games in SAC this year? Yeah, I went to about 10 games this year. It's what you expected. I liked it. I thought it was a good time. I thought it was a great time in Sacramento. I'm going to take a quick break. When I come back, does this open up any money for the A's, considering the contract and what I originally got wrong? I got to address that. What I originally got wrong. I'll cover that up next. Let's be real. Managing your finances can feel overwhelming. Between subscriptions you forgot about, bills that keep going up, and trying to figure out where all your money actually goes each month, it's easy to feel like you're losing control. And who has time to track every transaction or hunt down hidden fees? That's where Rocket Money comes in, the personal finance app that helps you take control. It finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. I was shocked when Rocket Money showed me I was paying for subscriptions I wasn't even touching, that I completely forgot about. It already saved me money. I love how it tracks all my subscriptions and lets me cancel them right in the app with just a few taps. No more hunting down customer service numbers. You can't set budgets and goals, get personalized insights, and receive real-time alerts for large transactions, upcoming bills, and low balances. It even consolidates your checking, savings, loans, and investments into a single dashboard so you get a clear view of your entire financial picture. Let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. What's up, everybody? Now, what the Soderstrom extension did is a couple things. Now, when I originally talked about the Soderstrom extension, I didn't wait for the fine details and jumped right at it. And I made an assumption that it was $12.3 million a year, which would limit the A's spending for the rest of the offseason to approximately $11 million. The signing bonus changes everything. And the first year of $4 million changes everything as well. Now, I want to make something clear. The A's are well ahead of their spending as far as what you're looking at with regard to luxury tax spending than they were last year, no question. Now, as far as cash spending, they're behind. And what do I mean by the two? If a contract is, say, 5 years, $50 million. As far as luxury tax purposes, that contract is looked at as $10 million per year. Now, when you're looking at a cash payroll, which the MLBPA has in their bylaws where teams have to hit as well, if you have, let's say, $10 million and a $5 million signing bonus for year one and a $8 million salary, that's going to count as $13 million. Let's say year two is $5 million. We're at $5 million in cash for year two. Year three, let's say it escalates up to $15 million. That's what the cash is for year three. That's what I'm basically mean by cash salary. And that changes things with regard to the A's. Now, do they have to do anything? No, but I would like to see them get to the same cash roll as they were last year, which is approximately 113-ish million. And in order to do so, towards my calculations, they still have approximately $19 million to get there. I don't know if they will. They may. We'll see what happens. Jason, what's up, bud? I think the A's have enough money. Yes, I do. I was just going to comment on that. Hey, Jason, great minds think alike. I think the A's have enough money to sign a starter and a Wilson extension. Today is the arbitration deadline. for Langoliers, and the A's agree to a contract for 2026. Right now, the A's have him at $3 million. I think he's going to get $5 million. I think it'll go to arbitration. But we'll see. And I think he's going to get a little bit more than what's estimated. I think he's going to get $5 million. The Harold Baines home run game in Game 3 of the World Series was amazing. Watching it land in the crowd. Mount Davis took away those amazing. Mount Davis took away a lot, man. Mount Davis took away a lot. Next, should we expect them bringing in a starter pitcher? I'm on the same page as Jason. And you screwed up my whole segment, Jason. I was going to say the exact same thing, and I have to give you credit for it. I think what's going to happen, I think it's going to be the Soderstrom extension and a starting pitcher. I don't think anything crazy or exotic on a starting pitcher. Maybe like a Zach Littell. If I was to guess, or let's take a look at who's available. If I was to guess on a starting pitcher out there right now who the A's can afford and who they can get. Brandon Woodruff, maybe his market value is up there. And the only reason I say Brandon Woodruff is he has a qualifying offer attached to him. I wouldn't say Chris Bassett is out of the realms either if he gets the right dollar amount. Market value on Bassett's $15 million. Let's say you have a $19 million to spend and you give Wilson $4 million with the signing bonus. That would open up what Bassett's market value is. What's Bassett want? He's going to be 37 years old next year. I don't know. Nick Martinez is a little bit less. I can see that happening. Zach Littell from Cincinnati. Max Scherzer. I wouldn't mind Verlander. I think Verlander's a good fit. I just don't think Verlander is going to come. How about Miles Mikolas? You guys like Miles Mikolas from St. Louis? He started one game against the A's. He threw a gem in St. Louis. He absolutely shut down the A's. Not a big strikeout guy, kind of like a ground ball type of guy. Savvy. Gets guys out. Not overpowering. Cheap. I could see a Miles Mikolas. Patrick Corbin, I don't want, man. I mean, that's kind of who you're looking at. This is basically your choices. I think you're right, Jason. I think you're right. I think they're going to sign Jose Quintana for $5-6 million plus incentives. He made $4 million last year. Quintana 7 years was a big part of the Mets run. I could see that. That sounds like an A's signing. Market value on him is 3.375, $5-6 million plus incentives. You might be on this one, Jason. Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. Left-hander. Quintana's good. I think if I had to guess, here's my guess. Straight up guess, guys. It's going to be Jose Quintana, Miles Mikolas. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm going to Miles Mikolas. I just have a feeling it's going to be someone like that. Miles Mikolas. Justin Verlander, maybe. Zach Littell. But yeah, if I had to have three options right now, my top three options, not top three as far as who I want, top three as far as most likely to happen. I'm with you, Jason. Jose Quintana would be one. I think Miles Mikolas would be two. And I just don't know why I'm saying him, why he's been on my mind all season. I just have a weird feeling, Justin Verlander. And I have nothing to base that on, by the way. That's just speculation. 100%. I think those three. What's up, T-Dog? No consideration for Trevor Bauer, even though he was cleared. He's getting rocked, T-Dog. I mean, everyone talks about Trevor Bauer. I mean, he ain't the guy he was, man, from 2020, 2021. 5 years is a long time. Listen, I have nothing against whatever he did and didn't do and gotten cleared. If he can play, he can play. I don't think he can play. I don't think he's better than anybody we have. And as far as giving him a AAA contract, I don't think he's better than those guys. I mean, the dude just got rocked every time he went out. So I don't know how you justify a Trevor Bauer signing. The name sounds great. All in for the name. It's like that scene in Major League when Jake Taylor's, walking up to spring training. Hey, wasn't he an all-star like 5 years? 5 years ago? Yeah. Oh, wish we had him. Oh, that sort of thing. He's just not that guy anymore. He's not that guy anymore. I mean, he was just getting T-Dog, you might have been able to freaking rope off him in overseas. The guy was just getting lit up by everybody. So if he can pitch, I don't care what he did. But no, I at this point, no consideration. I think that one, you guys watch that one YouTube dude, the JUCO guy, the guy that plays JUCO. He has he got drafted in the 19th round. I think he faced him and rocked him too. I'm not sure on that, but I think there's definitely going to be some moves being made. Come on, where's the Wilson extension? We're not weeks away from spring training. Stop, Journey. We're 2 months away. Well, 6. Okay, fine. 6 weeks away. 4 weeks. 6 weeks. Yeah, hey, listen, I'm eager too. I think it's coming. I don't think you got the Soderstrom extension done just December 29th. New Year's happened. What's today? January 8th. That's only 9 days later. The Soderstrom extension, the news as far as his details of his contract just recently got released a few weeks ago. I think it's going to come. I think, end of the month probably. But yeah, I see it coming. There was an interesting thing on social media the other day where somebody said, hey, they should put a deadline for major league players' free agency. And Brett Rooker actually replied to that and was like, this is the most anti-player thing somebody could ever post. So I agree with him a little bit. So, everything takes time. I wouldn't be surprised if it's done in spring training. But as far as signings and what's left, Jason, I'm with you. I think it's going to be my prediction. I don't know. I'm doing okay. I was pretty good on the Soderstrom extension as far as a prediction. What's left for the A's is Jacob Wilson, and they will sign one of the following pitchers. Carlos Quintana from the Brewers, who most people know with the Mets. Miles Michaelis from the Cardinals, or Justin Verlander. February 10 reporters for the Blue Jays head south. Appreciate you guys. I will check you guys out. I will see you guys on Monday, man. I won't see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys. Thank you for tuning in today to Locked On A's. I will not see you until Monday unless any major news drops in the meantime. Premiering at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday will be the show Hindsight, as we revisit the Kyler Murray draft and how everything went down. Cool story, great show. Make sure you tune in and make sure you subscribe and follow Locked On A's so you get all the latest episodes. You can find me on social media on X, TikTok, Instagram, all at Locked On A's. If you never miss an episode, the Everydayer Club is built for you. Get Locked On A's ad-free, plus members-only Discord access and more. Head to lockedona's.supercast.com to join the club. For those of you on video, we send you to the first ever 24/7 National Locked On Podcast Network YouTube channel. On audio, make sure you make your second listen. Locked On MLB.